Welcome to a Saturday Night Live show. Man, I used to go live all the time, and I don't anymore. So if you're watching on a replay, you can let me know in the comment section down below. We'll see if anybody decides to join us Saturday. I don't really ever go live on Saturdays. I don't go live at night anymore at all. So we'll see. I see Bruce is in here. I don't know what to expect, but it's been a decent week, and I didn't want to wait till Sunday. I wanted to do a live this week. So we'll see if anybody shows up. Kevin, what's up, brother? Maybe I got a few topics, but then I used to have the Streamyard, and Kevin's been on the show many times, to where I'll bring people up on a panel. We would talk about things. I'd have topics, So my plan is, if we get people in here, we can do a little bit of a panel show and see what you guys have going on, and we'll kind of go from there. So, I haven't done a Streamyard in months. I don't even know if YouTube likes me anymore, if it's going to recommend y'all coming in, but decent week this week in the gig economy. The last 2 weeks have been a little bit better. Mostly Spark earnings. It was all right. Valentine's, having a holiday kind of helps. Tenacious Dasher, what up? Ruben, Liddell, Mad Dash, Rolando, what up? Mr. Lives. Yeah, I miss him too. So I said, we're going to be on here at least an hour, maybe more if enough people want to vibe, W2 part-time gig work. What up, Kevin? What up? So, it was a pretty decent week. The holiday week was good. I might work tomorrow a little bit because my girl's got something to do. I might go out tomorrow for a few hours. I haven't really decided yet. We'll see. But I missed the Sunday. I missed the Sunday lives. I'm not gonna lie, but refocusing the balance in my life and prioritizing things, it's just not a priority to do them. But I had some time tonight. Earlier, I was like, maybe I'll go live. I was talking to my chick, and I was like, she had nothing going on. Kids asleep. So we'll see. And I'll share the Streamyard link in just a little while. We'll let some people come up in here. I'll see what you guys got going on. I know you guys like the Streamyard link because I could do the panels. You can't do that with the vertical lives. Most of my recent lives have been vertical, but I should be able to. I think now I can even put hey, Helen, how you doing? I can even put the comments up. There we go. How you doing? Julian, what's up? Nicole, what's up? Gonna be cold tomorrow. Yeah. It's supposed to get super cold in St. Louis starting tomorrow and then going into the week. A little bit more snow, I think, Tuesday. The cold doesn't bother me because sometimes the money can be there, right? DDIS, what up? How you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Been a minute. Hope you're doing well out there. Hope you're still, man. I'm sure you're still doing what you got to do on that money end, man. Pia, how you doing? What's up, Nicole? What's up? Is that the Nicole that I know? Hold on. Wednesday. I don't know if it's Nicole I know. It might be a different one, but hi, Nicole, either way. Appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up. I just want to see what you guys got going on as a community. The gig apps are the gig apps. Not some changes, not a whole lot of changes, but, there's some things going on. So I will open a panel up here just a little bit. But it's been a pretty good week. Last week and this week have been good. Spark was down for a couple weeks as far as like earnings and the offers, and then it got better. Uber was good a couple weeks ago, and then I think I made maybe $20 on Uber this week. Weird. The apps are just so hit or miss sometimes. No money on Deliver that for like 2 weeks in a row. The catering app I have. I think I did maybe $60 in Instacart this week. And then maybe like almost 100 in Roadie, I think, actually. So I think I did like 7 or 8 Roadies that equal $100. So Ferdy, what up? Ryan, what up? Yeah, man. Say what's up. Drop a 611 this week, 611 this week. That's what's up. You doing it part-time? Hey, that's not bad. Yeah, this week was good. I think I'm at $1,100 in 5 days. Really 4.5. I had one day that was like not good, and I just went home. I think I made like $60 that day. But the last couple of days of the week were really good for me. And Valentine's probably had a lot to do with that. So I'll take it, And it was cold too in St. Louis. So what's Kevin got? What's he saying here? Surge pay is good for making crap orders into gold. Absolutely. I've made some videos about it. We won't talk about that tonight unless y'all want to. We'll see. We'll see. What up, John? How you doing? Let me see here. This weekend's been very busy and profitable the past 3 days. Yeah. Obviously January slow for a lot of us, or it was. And in February, the first couple of weeks gone slow. But once you hit, like in the restaurant industry and in consumers' minds and just spending, once you hit like Valentine's, a couple days before, people start wanting to spend a little bit, going out, taking their girl out, taking their man out, spending money, getting delivered, So we should start seeing a little bit more of that. I know inflation and everything and eggs and people talking about the price of eggs. I mean, you know, we still have some worries out there. But at the end of the day, you know, people are still going to order takeout. They're still going to want their groceries delivered, all that stuff. So it is what it is, you know. DoorDash at times, it can be like a toxic relationship. Man, listen, I said that in like my first couple of months on YouTube. I remember I even made a video where I was I was describing DoorDash as the crazy ex-girlfriend that you just can't leave. You know, like sex might be good, or you know, something's good about the relationship. You can't leave, but you know you're not supposed to be in it. That's DoorDash. I left it 8 months ago. I got deactivated actually, but I think in my soul and in my heart, I knew that was coming, and I just wanted to. That's how I do. That's how I do things. I'm a hard way learner, you know. What up, James? How you doing? How you doing? Sunny and hot in St. Pete. 300 on Valentine's Day. That's fantastic, man. $300 a day is great. James, I'm doing great. How are you guys? Hit that thumbs up. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna put the Streamyard link in. If anybody has a topic, let me know if anybody wants to come up. Peter, do you think I should back Sparking? Better chance. I'm trying to read this. Peter, do you think I should go back Sparking since the quotations are gone and they're not checking for identifications? I don't know about that. Better chance if people are. I don't know about that. I don't know your marketplace. I do know somebody sent me an email that they got a notification that Spark in certain markets is starting to slow roll something that's going to be everywhere, apparently, based on what the email said. I didn't get it. It's not in my market yet. The real ID, and if anybody knows, you have to have a real ID to where like there's like 2 or 3 forms of documentation. It's not like a regular driver's license. It's a driver's license, but it's also a real ID, meaning that it's been verified to another degree, to where and you have to have one in order to get like a passport and things like that. You could have a regular ID, but you can't get a passport without having a real ID. Anyways, I don't know all the logistics, but another part of what that email said was if you don't have a real ID, because it's not required to have a real ID to drive and to have a license. But if you don't, the other verification step on the Spark app is going to be social security card, like a picture or proof of social security card that is affiliated, the social security number that's affiliated with that social security card and that Spark account, that's coming. So to answer your question, maybe try it. I have no idea. I do think we have to remember a lot of people that are on the Spark app or other apps might have a work visa, or they might have something, and we might assume that they are undocumented or on a fake account, and that might not be the case. But I do think, I think it's good that they are going to hold people accountable in the gig economy, because that's going to be better for us, right? And we need to have documented people doing the work. I think there's nothing wrong with that, right? So if anything, it should help at some point, I would imagine, but we'll see. Johan, what's up, brother? How you doing? How you doing? Edith Santiago, salute. How are you? Hope you and the husband are doing good. It's important to stay positive. Absolutely, it is. Quilaya. Oh, Quilaya's here. How you doing, sister? What's she saying? What's she saying? Hello, beautiful beings. She's always with the beautiful beings. Oh my God, brother, saw you were live and wanted to pop in to say hello. Hope all's well. Life is better. I'll say that. You know, in the title of my live, I do have Saturday Night Live, open panel, gig talk, sobriety, hot topics, and we can talk about whatever tonight. But I'm feeling good. Today is day 153 on my sobriety journey. I'm feeling strong. It's funny, I didn't know what I didn't know about myself and about other things, and just I'm feeling good. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you being here. I mean, we can end the live right now. I only went live to see if certain people would show up, and that's one of them. I'm only joking. John says, excuse me. There are a few gated communities by me that require a real ID to get past the guard hopes. Yeah, the real ID is just a whole nother like level of identification, and Spark in markets is starting to roll that out. I'm for it. I mean, I think it's good. It's going to make the platform safer. It'll give better confidence and safety to the consumers. It's going to hold drivers accountable that are on fake accounts, and people might have fake accounts for whatever reason. It's really not my business. I don't want to assume the worst of them either. However, you got to be doing it the right way. And I think it's good because at the end of the day, it's going to allow us to have more opportunity if we're doing it the right way, right? We're documented. We have the right ID. We're on the right account. We also have to remember there are people working on other people's accounts that are legit or whatever you want to call them, right? But, or they're documented, but they're still working on that account for other reasons. Those people might get kicked off too. So if you're a driver and you're working on your girlfriend's account, you know, there might be some issues there. Now, that girlfriend could just verify her account with her real ID or her social, and you can still possibly work. But if there's continued facial recognition and other things in the middle of while you're working the app and your girlfriend's not with you, might be some issues for those individuals. So that could help some of us. We'll see. It's hard to really say. Thank you, Ellen. I appreciate that. Kyle, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? I've been knowing Kyle. I mean, it's been almost 4 years since I've been on YouTube, and he's been one of the first 6 months or so I had a channel. I remember Kyle. He made videos back in the day. I don't even know if he still does. Good to see you, brother. Real ID, the new buzz. Yeah. I remember when I had my ID expired in November when I had my birthday. I think a lot of people, that's the expiration date is your birthday. For at least here in St. Louis, it seems to be the case. And that makes sense because it's easy to remember. It's your birthday, got to get ID. And I went in with my old ID and my passport. And I wanted to get a real ID, and for some reason she didn't give me one. And I wasn't in a rush. I didn't need it right then because my passport's still legit, so I didn't need to like have a real ID to update my passport. But I'm gonna have to get enough. I'm gonna have to go back to get a real ID, I guess. I mean, I want to be able to have it. You got to have it to travel abroad, and then part of that's with the passport, from what I understand. Right? I could be wrong, but yeah, I mean, it's a thing. You know, to me, it's not a big deal. If you do what you got to do the right way, it's whatever. But we'll see how it impacts gig work. I think we're going to see the apps are definitely doing more of the identification than they were a year or two ago. There's no doubt about it. I mean, the Spark app, Instacart, DoorDash has something that I've heard about. Uber was the one that always kind of really did better, I think, because when your car registration would be up or your insurance, they would alert you and you wouldn't be able to get on the app without having updated documents. So I feel like Uber always did the best job of it, unless I'm missing something there, but I tried all kinds of, yeah, I hear that. Valley, what's up? What's the comment here? Pedro, I work for Walmart, W2. They said that I can't work Spark anymore because they saw me come in the store a couple of times and said that I must stop or I will get fired. That's interesting. So it's like a conflict of interest or something? Wow. So you're a W-2 employee, is that part of your contract where you can have a side gig? I guess you just can't do it with Walmart. That's interesting. I wonder why would they not allow that? It's got to be, it's interesting. Right here, Road Warrior Rick, what's up? I think the identity crap is annoying. Identity crap. Well, it's annoying for you, Kevin. Maybe. I don't find it annoying. Well, maybe annoying, that's a fair word, because sometimes it can be inconvenient is a word I would use. But why do you find it annoying? You can't do Spark and Walmart. Wow, so you can't work at Walmart and do Spark. That's interesting. I didn't know that. What up, Canada Club? How you doing? Jamal, what's up, man? How you doing? Ryan says they should all verify that customers aren't broke. Man, that short I made 8 months ago is going crazy on YouTube, and people are feeling some type of way about it. You know what's interesting is that short I talk about, you know, a lot of people think that we're broke. The number one comment on there is the irony of like people thinking it's ironic that a DoorDash driver is calling somebody else broke because they assume we don't make money and that we're broke because of the line of work that we do. And I kind of get it. I think a lot of people that do this, enough people that do this are probably broke, living paycheck to paycheck. It's a struggle out here. It's a struggle for most of us, right? So I get it. But I think a lot of people also don't understand that you could do okay doing this work. And a lot of people that do this work are doing it so they don't get broke. Does that make sense? They're doing it to supplement income that they lost, pay down debt, purchase a bigger purchase item. So they're actually hustling in a way so they don't get broke. Does that make, you know, I don't think a lot of people think that. I think they look down on us. We're doing this inferior work, low barrier of entry work. And it can be that for some, if you choose to look at it like that. But I think it's interesting that people look at us and they look at it like we're just like the scum delivering you your pizza. It's like, it's very strange. And another comment that we get a lot, and we've talked about it, people always tell me in that video, and they tell you guys maybe even, or to get a real job. Get a real job. Don't depend on tips. And what's ironic about that, they're also saying then like restaurant servers aren't real jobs. Because when you're working in a restaurant, like 80 to 90%, depending on the restaurant you work in, sometimes 100% of what you make is based on tips. The gratitude of other people and your skill level, right? Or the business of your restaurant. So like if everybody decided to get a real job that worked in the restaurant industry, that worked for Uber, Lyft, a taxi service, that worked in the hospitality industry where there's tips involved, like the economy would crumble. Literally. It would be bad. If those people all got a real job, who would bring you your coffee and your pizza? Who would take you to work? Who would take you to the airport? Who would tend your bar? Who would do these kind of gigs? It's just weird when people say get a real job. It's like a real job pays you money. So it's just funny. I think a lot of people though don't understand what we really do. Facts, Valley. Yeah. Johan says conflict of interest. Yeah, I mean I guess it kind of makes sense, but it's interesting. I'm broke. I made $250 a day. There you go. And broke is a mindset. It's a relative thing because Kyle can make $250, but that $250 might not stretch in another part of town. That might not be enough for a guy that has 4 kids, a guy paying child support, a single mom doing it all on her own. You know what I'm saying? Like, but $250 to a lot of other people, like, damn, that's great money. At 7 days a week, I'm making good money. I'm making $2K a week. So it's like relative to your bills, your marketplace, your place in life. If you're an 18-year-old kid making an extra $400 or $500 a week to help with your tuition and like to help keep some money in your pocket, great. If you're somebody that's retired and you get some kind of disability or SSID, or you get something and you just need some spending cash, you want to get out of the house, whatever. That's not a broke person. That's a person, doing a service to make some cash. So it's just funny when people use that word. Julian, what up? Yup. What's this one say here? I am a welder and dash for savings and debt payoffs. It's a blessing to have this gig. I love that, man. I love that. You are doing it, in my humble opinion, the way it's intended to be done, right? I wouldn't recommend anybody to get into this line of work and just do this full time and don't have anything that you're working towards. That could be tough. For some, it could be okay. For others, from the majority, it's going to be really hard to sustain that. But I think if you're using it as a side hustle and you're using it to pay some debt down or to save for something or to purchase something or in between jobs, it's the easiest thing you can get into. And if you're lucky enough to be in a good marketplace, it could be okay. All jobs are going away. Oh, I want to read this one because I like this. All jobs are going away. Capitalism will die. The transition will be extremely difficult for society. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. It's going to be a while before that happens, but I think there's something to that comment. AI right now, we've been talking about it. AI is not a brand new thing, but the evolution of it, how it's getting cheaper. Companies are building it cheaper so that other companies could use it in a cheaper fashion. The replacement of the workforce is happening. It's been happening. We're going to see it happen even at a quicker pace just in the next 5-10 years. And 5-10 years can go by like that. I've been on YouTube for 4 almost. Went by like that. So to think what will be 4 years from now, a lot of our jobs are being taken. It's, and it will, AI will create some jobs for some people, but not enough to replace the jobs it's going to take away. I had a friend that got laid off. I talked to him. I saw him this week. He was, I won't say what he does, but his field is something that AI is getting into. And companies can, right now, if you have the Chat GPT, you have these AI apps, and it can do a lot for you. That's taking the job of somebody that you might have paid to do that for you. It's going to affect a lot of sectors. We're seeing it affect real estate, artists, music, and otherwise. The record companies are looking at AI in a way we don't have to pay these. We could build music AI generated with a person that looks like how we want them to look, and we can control it, and we don't have to pay them anything. Music's going that way. So it's going to be interesting. That comment's got a lot of truth to it. Cliff Dog, what's up, brother? Sardashians, what's up? We are going to clean slash polished. Yeah, I know, right? The AI, yeah. It's, it's not something that scares me, but I think it's going to be important to understand how quick it's working. And I know nothing about AI. Let's just call it what it is. I'm not an expert. There are people that are experts, but I'd be ignorant to say it's not coming. It's impacting people every day, positively and negatively. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think we're still going to need cars. We're still going to need us. It's not there yet, but the companies want it to get there slowly, and they're spending a lot of money to do it. Build the robots, don't let them take you apart. Kevin says a few years from now, we'll have our own personal robot to do all the crap. There's robots already that you can purchase. They're on there. They're not in the majority of households and stuff, but they're in parts of Asia, Europe. They're in America. There are robots, and I think that's going to happen for sure. I mean, there are a lot of people that think that we're going to go virtual, to where people will just be in their homes or living rooms and have these virtual glasses on, and that's will be their reality. Your reality is what you want it to be, and it'll be make believe, fantasy, and you could be this sports star, you could be this, you could look like this, and it's all VR. But you wake up, you take it off, and you're just in your 5x5 room, because that's all people are going to be able to afford. You know what I'm saying? But you could, have a life virtually that seems real. I can see that happening in my daughter's lifetime. Maybe not mine, but my kids or her kids, that's for sure going to happen. I like that we can talk about whatever. This is fun. I appreciate the 65 people that are here. Appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up. A friend of mine almost got bit by a dog when he was delivering groceries to a house. Man, I had a dog come at me a couple of years back. I know I talked about it, and I'm not afraid of dogs, but you have to understand, you have to be calm when they come. He came at me not in an aggressive manner, but kind of like he was testing to make sure I wasn't an intruder type. And then he started getting aggressive when a girl came out, and the girl had to hold the dog back. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. I remember that. VR with weed. Kualaya says, I think it is all in the way it is used. AI has been creeping in for many, many, many years. Very true. There's a lot of benefits, clearly. But it will take some jobs. It will take some. But we've seen this over time. We used to have factories. We used to build things in America. Factories and plants and warehouses, assembly lines, and then certain robots and things took those things away to where people aren't making cars as robots. And we used to have checkout lanes at grocery stores. We still have it, but not like we used to. Now we have self-checkouts, even Aldi. It's going to all go to that. At Taco Bell, McDonald's used to have a front counter worker. A couple of them that would take the orders. Nope, kiosks. They're pushing it all to the kiosks so that they could have less labor force. Part of it is because it's hard to hire people, but also the companies don't want to really pay a living wage in most cases. So it's all screwed up, but we'll see what happens. I'm just going to control what I can control today and try to make it the best I can for me and mine. And hopefully, maybe, God willing, if I get to a place where I can help other people or employ people, we get to that point, that'd be fine too. So, oh, I know, yeah, robots there, college campuses. That's not new, but it's happening more frequent. It's definitely in LA. I saw it in LA. I went to 2 Curvivores. Kualaya was there. We saw robots and that stuff's going to continue to be rolled out as they work the kinks out. Waymo is a company that delivers people. I mean, I sat in a car, okay, last March, okay? So almost a year ago, 10 months ago, or 11 months ago, right? Whatever. I sat in a car. A guy was sitting in the driver's seat. He wasn't driving it. It was being driven. And we went maybe a mile by somebody in Poland. And that person in Poland can control and drive 6 cars at once. So what does that do? Takes away a job from a gig worker that might want to do Uber or Lyft. Because Waymo's now is a company where I can have a room of 20 guys, right? Each controlling and driving 6 cars in a metropolitan LA area, or Chicago, or Seattle, or Dallas, or Miami. And I have these autonomous vehicles whipping around, and I'm only paying 20 guys in a room in Poland. versus gig workers, right? And I'm paying them a salary or whatever, and I have the customer doesn't have to tip. They just pay a fare, and then that Waymo company is all the money for themselves. And there are a lot of customers, they don't care. Some people won't get in cars like that. Most people, hey, if the price is right, you take me where I want to go, and I'm good with it, right? So, Mad Dash says, I am currently building a 1 billion dog food plant. We'll produce Kirkland dry dog food. Capitalism isn't dead. I'm pulling $25K a week as an industrial electrician. Will take us a year to build. Hold up. I'm currently building a 1 billion dog food plant. Oh, okay. He's an electrician. He is helping do the electricity at the 1 billion at the plant. Okay, got it. We'll produce Kirkland dry dog food. Capitalism isn't dead. I'm pulling $2K. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I for some reason when I read it, I'm like, you building something? Like, you got an app? You got a company? Love it. Mad Dash is one of the many success stories that have been facilitated through this channel and others of gig workers using the gig economy for whatever reason they want to put themselves in to better their opportunity. He's one of many. Appreciate you being here. Do I think there'll be, what's this say? Do I think there will be robot carjackers to jack robot cars? I think there'll be people that will vandalize some of them and stuff like that, but I don't think it'll be a big deal. Cliff Dog, it is not a good thing for someone to be able to drive a car from another country. That would be problematic with going to war with country or being used as a terror attack with the car being high. That's a good point. It's obviously going to have to be countries that are part of the NATO, right, that we have alliances with. That's a good point, though. It's a good point. Cyber attacks and all that. Yeah. Can you imagine having 100 cars and somebody gets a hold of those 100 and they just, it'd be chaos, man. It'd be chaos. Cutie, what up, what up? Nicole says, what do you think is the best gig doing right now? Not trying to get off subject. Oh, the subjects are open tonight. Open panel. What do you think is the best gig doing right now? You talking food delivery? I don't want to give you a wrong answer, and I don't want to pretend like I know. I don't have a lot of gigs on my phone. I think I've got 5 or 6 apps, and I don't keep up with the new ones enough, to be like, ooh, this is a hot up-and-coming app. This is the best I could say is whatever market you're in, try to get on maybe a Facebook or Reddit group or something local, okay? And see what apps people are talking about that they're earning good money on. And those are going to be your immediate ones. So whether it's a Spark or whether it's an Instacart or a DoorDash or whatever, it could be gigs that are other types of gigs. I mean, there's gigs. I mean, if you're a teacher, there's gigs if you're a nurse. There's gigs if you want to do people's laundry. I mean, there's gigs where if you're really handy, there's TaskRapid and other gigs to where you could do handyman work. So it depends on, auto mechanic work, gig work. I mean, there's a lot there. But if you're talking just the gig apps, Spark right now is the one that's going to be the busiest for a lot of major cities. DoorDash will offer you the most opportunity along with Uber, but the opportunities will overall on average are going to pay you less. Okay. Apps that catering apps, Delivered, Zifty are going to pay you more per average, but the opportunity and what you'll see will be less. It's the best I can say. I wish I had more knowledge of these up and coming apps. I just don't. I don't want to pretend like I do. Shut down the power, shut down the country. I don't know who Rump is. He must be talking about Trump, but yeah. Ryan says remote drivers defeat the purpose. Tesla AI vision will crush the others inevitably. Tesla's just got too much money. It's the richest man in the world, Elon Musk. Yeah, it's too much. But there's always going to be the top dog. Okay, whether it's Amazon delivering you everything, but there's always going to be smaller players that have a boutique shop, a boutique this, that's still going to be able to service their communities and can still make money, make a living, and provide employment to their communities. So I don't ever think we'll have just 1 or 2 big dogs controlling everything and automation or this or that. You have the major players. They're controlling 80, 90% of it, but there's still room in that 10 to 20%, there's still hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars to be made within those other companies. I believe that. If you're doing DoorDash and it's going good, fantastic. Ride that wave. Do what works for you. Your locals. That's why. Steven, what's up, man? I think this is a Steven I know. If it's not, how are you? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. This is fine. V-Day earnings were fire. Yeah, I mean, listen. Yesterday I worked. When did I start? Yesterday was Friday. Oh, I didn't start till like 11:30. Okay, 11:30. And I took my girl out last night. I only worked until, what time did I come? I stopped working at, what time was it? Like maybe almost 4 o'clock. I did, whatever time I made that video, it was like 3:30, 4 o'clock. And I pulled in like $200. The day before that was a $300 day. So Thursday and Friday were good for me. Didn't work today, but I'm happy to see other people reporting some good earnings. That's great. You got to take advantage of it while you can, you know? Definitely. So I was going to share the Streamyard link. I don't know. Maybe nobody wants to come in. We can talk like this. Open topic. I'm good with it. IBEW is hiring nationwide. Can't do much without power. Listen, get you a trade, y'all. You want some security? You want solid pay to raise a family? The trade industry, man. Not enough people want to do it. And it ain't going to be for everybody. It's not going to be easy. But it's a good point there. Oh, what did I most deliver? I did. It was all Spark. I was just doing grocery shopping and curbside. I wasn't doing, I mean, I think I had one order yesterday where it was all like Valentine candy. It was like 8 or 9 things of candy. I delivered only one thing of flowers from Walmart. I had to pick a thing of flowers, but there was other just groceries. I was doing grocery shopping basically. I delivered 2 TVs this week. I mean, nothing, it wasn't like super Valentine's heavy. I just think some people wanted to order food and get certain things to cook at home or whatever. Or maybe they were getting some things for their, I don't know, but it wasn't Valentine's heavy. I just think people were in the mood to spend some money this week. I didn't do a lot of food delivery this week. It was mostly Walmart Spark. Most, like 90% of my earnings was Walmart Spark. So yeah, it was good. I liked it. It was good. I mean, Tesla is a robo-taxi space seems will have an insurmountable lead on Waymo. Oh, absolutely, Ryan. Without knowing a lot about it, I'm sure Tesla's just too big right now. Wish I would have bought stock years ago. I mean, it's the government contracts he's going to get now. I mean, it is. I should have, if I would have bought some stock years ago, and nobody told me to. But if hindsight's 2020, yeah, man, it's crazy. If you bought Tesla stock in the beginning, even if you only had 100 shares or something, you're looking pretty good right now. Chicky Chops, what up? What up? What up? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? So what else you guys got on your mind? Do you have any questions? Ask some questions. Yeah, I just want to come up here for a little while. It's been a while since I've done a live on like the Streamyard, so. Haven't gigged in 90 days. Good for you. 90 days. What are you doing instead? What should I eat for dinner, Big Pedro? Pizza or tacos. It's my default answer. Pizza, you can never go wrong with pizza. Let's see. Oops, sorry. David says, well, hello. I thought I was already subscribed to this channel. Well, if you're not, go ahead and subscribe, man. Sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe people, but it's fine. How's Instacart for you, Pedro? Slow. Cliff Dog says, I made $450 yesterday. Nice, brother. I do nothing but shopping orders on DoorDash. Now that's all they send. I love that for you. $450 is a banger day. I don't care how long it took you. That's great. How is Hannibal? Hannibal's good. He's doing his thing. He's busy on the YouTubes. Hannibal's good. I'll tell him you said hello. Dasher Phil, what up? I had pizza. I love pizza. I had pizza yesterday. We had a late reservation at this restaurant. We did a pop-up harvest menu. I had never been there. They turned this burger joint in Clayton into, it was called 5-Star Burger. If you're from St. Louis, you might have heard of it. And they turned it into this harvest menu. It was really cool. It was a 4-course menu. It was nice. It wasn't fancy, but it was cool. They made it as fancy as they can make it. Anyways, we didn't have reservations till 9. So me and Madison had a pizza at like 5 o'clock, a heart-shaped pizza we got from Aldi. We took the baby to the babysitter, her mom, and we had a little day. We had pizza last night, and then we had a full dinner at 9 o'clock. So we had a good day. I disagree on that pizza take, Pedro. If you a New Yorker like me and move from New York, pizza's not. Well, listen, I'm not a New Yorker. I will say New York style pizza is number one for me. I love it. I like to be able to fold it, eat it as I'm walking somewhere. I like the crust on a New York style pizza. Detroit style second, and then any kind of hand tossed is kind of after that. But St. Louis, we have the thin pizza, what we're known for. Thin can be okay, but I hear you, man. You New York guys are snobby about your pizza. New York and Connecticut, right? Those are the two places, right? They're like snobs about their pizza. I hear you though, man. Yo, Pedro, I'm still available if you still wanted to call me. Man, I forgot. I forgot that day, and I even said a reminder. That's my bad. I will. I promise you that. We gonna catch up. I am sober AF. That is a fact. 152, 153 days. Nothing. Feeling good about it. It's not easy though. NY best pizza. NY is, and I love me, just a pepperoni pizza or margarita style pizza. Pepperonis, I'm good with that. Or if the pizza's really good, if you give me a good cheese pizza, I'm good with that too. Good with it. He says sober, huh? Just out here raw dogging life. Nah, bro. That's actually the opposite. That's actually the opposite. Let me put that comment up because I love. We can talk about this if y'all want a little bit. I was raw dogging life before. I got God now, and some of y'all might not. I'm not going to preach to y'all. I'm not that kind of guy, but I have a higher power. Whatever that means to you, I know what it means to me. I was raw dogging life before, and that's on some real shit. Let me be a buck with you guys. I was raw dogging life before. I'm God willing, I'm living my best version of myself now, and I haven't even begun to finish. So it's actually the reverse. I see why you say that, and I respect it. But for me, at least, my journey, it's the exact opposite, bro. Exact opposite. And maybe some of y'all can relate. I was raw dogging life before. I got protection now. I'm favored and blessed, bro. So I know that might sound crazy to some of y'all coming from me, maybe not, I don't know. But that's just the truth, man. It's the honest to God's truth. Pedro's Kobe. Yeah, let's put that comment up. Kobe. Let me put that up on the screen. Hold up. Dasher Phil says, I had screw on my tire right before peak pay today and it happened. Oh, that sucks, Dasher Phil. I hate to hear that. Next pastor. Definitely not going to be a pastor. No. That sucks that you and Hannibal aren't doing podcasts anymore. Yeah, we just kind of, we're both busy in different ways. And to be honest with you guys, I prioritize YouTube too much before. And I still make content now and stuff, and I do lives, but not like I was. I was YouTube. And I'm not taking, I don't regret it. But also, we were doing it, on Mondays and Wednesdays at a certain time when, now, Monday night, my girl's got school on Tuesday. I'm getting her ready for school. I'm making her lunch. I'm taking her a bath. I'm getting her a book read. I'm ending my day in that way. I'm not down here. I'm not down in this office anymore nearly as much because I'm not doing those lives. There was times I was doing Monday night live or Wednesday. I might do an impromptu. Then I'm doing Sunday. It took away time from the people that are most important to me. So maybe we get back to something. I don't know. I do miss it sometimes. Hannibal's a great guy. He's a dear friend. He's one of the smartest people I know. And we love just talking whatever, right? But I'm very fortunate that I'm not doing it, because, and I think both of us, we're prioritizing different things. But I hear, I mean, I definitely, definitely miss it sometimes. I did sober October. Let me read this comment here. I did Sober October due to you, Pedro. Followed up with Dry January. Appreciate the inspiration you provide. Hey, good for you, man. Hopefully you got something from it. Today in Midlothian, sucks 6 hours, a bunch of sitting, 32-1. Oh, that sucks, man. What is that, Kolaya? Ever had it looks like linguine, but that's not what linguiça pizza? What is that? Yeah, y'all should do a live show soon. We should. Monday Night Raw WWE. Is that on tonight? I don't follow wrestling. I know that's a big deal though. I've seen an increase in orders and incentives ever since Trump got into office. What are your opinions on immigration and how that affects gigs? I don't Dasher NYC. I don't think I'm not in NYC, and clearly you are. I don't think nothing's happened yet. I don't think anything's really impacted yet. I think there's other factors. Do I think there are some people that are undocumented that might be scared to go out and do certain things? Yeah, I don't think that's the majority of them. I think people still got to make the ends meet. And also, there's not been all these deportations yet in that way. So I think it's a lot of coincidental, the timing of it, but I don't think it's that necessarily, if that makes sense. There might be something else going on. And I think we got to remember the job that we choose to do, the gigs that we do, is very up and down, it's very fluid. So we see if you look at historical data, you're going to see ebbs and flows of it, regardless of who's in office, regardless of this, regardless of that. So good question. That's a good topic, though. It's a Portuguese sausage. Is it? Never heard of it. I want to try it now. I love it. I love that Cliff Dog's in here. Kolai is in here. Y'all talking. I love it, man. What does it say? I just ordered DoorDash and a white girl delivered it named Melissa. It wasn't Juan Carlo for the first time in years. Hey, white people deliver food too. Okay, everybody can deliver food. I hear that, Cliff, man. April, how you doing? Good to see you. April's one of the people that's been rocking this channel for a minute. Appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, I hear you, man. I'm grateful, but it ain't always easy to be that. Cliff knows what I'm talking about. It's hard, man. It's hard being somebody that's addicted to something. It's hard. And there's this thing in the sober community called a pink cloud. That you in the beginning, some people get this pink cloud effect. Many of you have heard of it. And you start feeling really good. And it's like, oh, it's always going to be like this. I'm always going to feel I'm killing it. I haven't had a drink in 153 days. But if you don't do that program, if you don't have a focus on it, if you don't do something every day for your recovery, what I'm being told is that pink cloud will turn gray as fuck and it will start raining on you and you could die. Like addiction is serious. It's, to me, in my opinion, addiction, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, food. Okay. All right. I think those are the main four ones. Okay. It's the number one issue in America, in my opinion. It's killing people every day. It's putting people. It's bad, man. It is, and a lot of it, some people don't even know it's bad until it's too late. It's crazy, man. Every day, brother. Every day, man. Every day. Some days are better than others. You know what I'm saying? UDM, I don't know. I think he's got a podcast channel. It's called Gigat Podcast. I don't know. If you type in UDM in there, it'll probably pop up. I think it's called Gigat. Somebody else help me in the chat. But I'm sure he's doing fine, man. I've seen him pop up on my YouTube feed. UDM's a smart dude. He didn't do the main channel anymore, I don't think. But I think he started something else. So, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I remember that the last time I talked to him, I know he was doing something like that. And I was actually on that podcast show. This was, God, man, it might have been a year ago almost or something like that. You know what I'm saying, Kolai, man. Addiction is, I think it's, I'm addicted to pink clouds. Listen, man, it's tough. It's tough, man. And most of it, I mean, at least mine and what I'm reading and learning about is, it's hereditary, but it's an obsession of the mind and the illness of the body. And I don't want to preach. I can get into the God aspect of it too. Y'all didn't come here for that, and I don't want to put that on you guys. But Obsessions of the minds and illnesses, hereditary or not, that's already in you. If you don't deal with things and you have these traumas and you're going to always want to cope with something, people cope with food, cigarettes, drug, alcohol, hard drugs. One isn't any better than the other. You know, I think we have this stigma in America and around the world. You look at somebody that takes heroin or crack and say, oh, that's dirty. But then that person's drinking themselves to death or eating themselves to death, doing sometimes more harm. And it might not kill you quickly, but, you know, addiction's an addiction. You know, you can't, if it's that bad to where it's taking over your life and it's not manageable, it doesn't matter what that thing is. You know, there are people addicted to YouTube or addicted to TV or addicted to whatever they're addicted to. And it's all the same. The wiring within you and the reason why you're addicted to something is identical. The only difference is what you're using, right? So that's what I'm learning, at least. I'm addicted to pink. Cheeky, you crazy, bro. As long as you're not acting like a pigeon. Ain't nobody no pigeons, man. Listen. No pigeons over here. We got 69 people here. I'm getting too old for hangovers. Oh my God. Who said that? Ryan? One of the immediate things, and I'm actually really enjoying now, I talked about it a couple months back. And I wasn't somebody that drank like every day, or I didn't drink a lot of stuff. But because of my diabetes, when I would drink, there are times I'd wake up and just feel horrible. Just horrible. Not good at all. You know, and it's a horrible way to start your day. I'm sleeping better. I feel better. I have more energy when I wake up. I'm not tired and as groggy. I might be tired sometimes, but it's not from that necessarily. I mean, alcohol is one of the worst things you can put in your body. I mean, it really is. And the benefits you get from just stopping that, man, it's crazy. And not being hungover is a blessing. It's a blessing, man. Blessing. What else you guys got tonight before we end this live? Dash NYC, there's post of planner on YouTube rolling out, and there's post of planner on Uber rolling out in other states. In NYC, it has been around since January 2024. It restricts drivers from being able to go online when it's not busy. Your thoughts? Ooh, yeah, because Uber, they don't have zones. They don't have anything, right? You just go on. Able to go online when it's not busy. I think it's okay. I think it's their app. If they want to regulate how many drivers are out there, I'm okay with it, because that means if the drivers that are out there, you want them to be able to make money. So if me as a driver in St. Louis, if it comes here and it says you can't go on unless you either had scheduled or whatever, then it's going to force me to try something else instead of just hoping I'm going to make money and then sitting in parking lots all day not making money having that app on. So it might be actually doing drivers a favor if there's too many, because we talk about oversaturation being an issue. So if they're going to unsaturate that particular marketplace by not allowing you to go on, I see that as a benefit, short-term and long-term, actually. Thanks for bringing that question in. Cliff Dog, yeah, I'm definitely not strong. I'm trying to figure out how to be strong. Hey, bro, hit some meetings, man. Hit some meetings, man. They help me. Hit some meetings, man. Hit some meetings. Build you up a arsenal of people on your phone that you can talk to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, David says, I'll be 58 on February 19th. Every day you go by faster and faster for me. It just seems like yesterday I was 20 years old. Man, listen. I feel that comment right there. Serenity prayer. Yep, I know it. Yep. But I love my life like what I'm doing. I love that, man. Kolaya, I'm putting this up until the end of the live. This goes for everybody. Cliff Dog, if you weren't strong, you would not be here. I love that. I'm so happy we went live tonight. I like it. And I had no plans on what we were going to talk about, but this is exactly what we needed to do. Any cool restaurants you discovered through dashing? Oh man, great. Cool. Yeah. Shit. There's a place called like Basso I haven't even been to yet, but I picked up a couple times. That one, I want to try it. We're going to try it. There's a Vietnamese place, a Thai place downtown, a pizza place that I picked up from that I still haven't tried, but I'm going to try. So yeah, man, that's a good thing about doing this kind of work is, and just driving in general, is you're going to see a lot of cool things you might not have seen otherwise. So yeah. Kevin, maybe. I mean, I don't disagree with that. I think there's something there. I do think that I do think they don't want too many people on, because then it gives a bad experience, right? So I do think that there's a magic number they want with the saturation, but it's not a perfect thing. It's hard for them to control that, especially on Uber when everybody can just go on. Like literally right now, everybody that has an Uber account can just log on. You know, so I think there's something there. I don't know. Cliff Dog, I'm gonna read this, man. I'm only still alive today because of my daughter. I fight every day for her. I feel that. I feel that. My life would be different, and I don't know if it'd be better or worse because I'm where I'm supposed to be right now, and God put me here. This is where I'm supposed to be, and I've learned. And by the grace of God, I got sober in a time when I needed to. Trust me on that. But I feel that, man. I don't know where my life would be if I didn't have Ruby. I mean, you know, she humbles me. She gives me a sense of balance and purpose that it's hard to find without having a kid. You know, you can have it, but it's different because they're innocents. You have to protect it, and you brought them into this world, and you got to care for them and take care of them. But I also will say, for me, I can't take care of her unless I take care of myself. So a big part of my sobriety and stop drinking was because of my diabetes. It's not healthy. So I wanted to be on this earth as long as possible. So the first thing I could do for that was cut the drinking out, right? And then I came to realize what alcohol was doing to me and for how long. And then I went on this journey of something that I did not intend to go on. But we got to take care of ourselves before we can take care of our girls. Who we voting for in 2028? I have no idea. don't even know if I'll be here. I like Chipotle. You should try it. Pedro, nice flag. I'm from Brooklyn, but my grandparents are from Isabella, PR. My good friend, Walter. He's actually one of my really longtime friends. That's where his family's from. His daughter. I'm not going to say it. Listen, that's awesome, man. Battery. Oh, my battery's running low. Uh-oh. Battery's running low. And been in PR. Have you been to the island? No. I will one day. I was born in Chicago. My mother and father were born there. Ty Dash, appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. That is strength. Trust. All is going to be okay. Watch. Duh. Who do you think we're voting for? Yeah, I can't let my daughter be without me, without a father to do all these things and get older. Yeah, man. Facts, Cliff. Pedro, did you ever have experience weird names on delivery apps? I did have weird clients naming themselves some crazy name. Yeah, I've had that. On Uber, more so than any other app. Day by day. Peace out. Ken, thank you, man. Appreciate that. In life, you must always help yourself before you help others. That's why our plans. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to do that, though, because we want to put others first. I think people like Cliff, one of the first things I remember about you, Cliff, and I'll share this with you. I remember we were live. This was a few years ago. We'll call it 3 years ago. And I remember a woman in the chat was talking about she was struggling with something. She either lost a loved one or her daughter was sick. And I remember you put your phone number in there. You've done it a couple times. And you told her and anybody else, hey, if you want to reach out, if you want somebody to talk to, here's my number. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I think people want to help others, you know? And I remember that about you. And I always stuck out about you. I was like, man, that's a pretty generous thing to do. Showing a lot of love for somebody you don't even know. It's not easy to do that. There's strength right there. But we do got to take care of ourselves. In my opinion, I'll speak for me. I had to take care of myself before I can take care of the two girls upstairs, my siblings, my mother and father, take care of this YouTube channel, take care of a lot of things. I got to get my health right, mentally, physically, so I can put forth into the world the best version of myself so that I can be around. Because part of it is being available. I can only be the best player I can be if I'm available to play the game, both up here and in here. That's why I stopped drinking. So, Gig Wise, what up, bro? This is my man. I got your damn bags I need to get back to you, man. I still got them. I got most of them in the garage, and I keep 2 in the car. So, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? I went to, me and Madison went to, I don't know how long you've been. We went to, there's a 5-Star Burgers in Clayton on Maryland. They did a pop-up restaurant last night with a harvest menu. We went there last night. It was really good, man. Pedro, do you still get orders such as 11? Oh, Jamal, that sucked. No, I've never seen something like that. I delivered 2 TVs this week, 1 at a time, not together. But that 11 TV order, literally the only reason I accepted that was because it wasn't going far and I wanted to film a video. I would never do that again. Ever. I would never do that again. Can you believe I had a vehicle, 11 big screen TVs? Crazy, man. Crazy. Going to one guy. Pedro, do you still? Oh, hold up. Well, no offense, but I'm not here for AA. Have a great night. All right, April. Have a good night. No offense taken at all. Pedro, we feel you. I'm definitely not a gangster. And I had a dude once that decided to name himself Caca Face on Uber Eats. That's ridiculous. That's funny. Shoot, I was in the city one day this past week too. I keep forgetting. I got him, man. Cliff Dog says, that's just me, bro. I've always told people, even though I'm dying inside, because I know the pain they're going through. That's called empathy, man. And if I can be that person to someone else, I hear that, man. There's no tip on that order. I didn't get paid like 30-something bucks, but it was fine, you know. We're coming up on an hour. I wanted to at least do an hour. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. I know I don't do these lives anymore. I know they're not like they used to be necessarily, and that's okay. I appreciate anybody that clicked on, all some of my YouTube friends and family, a lot of names, all these names I'm really familiar with. So I appreciate y'all for coming in. I had an hour, and I wanted to spend a little time with y'all and just kick it, see what you guys had on your mind. So I hope your week coming up is going to be really good. Make good decisions. Try to earn as good as you can. I know it's not easy for some of us out there. It's a struggle. Like I've always said, if the gig economy is not treating you well, and it seems to be getting progressively worse with the orders or the pay and your cost to do business is going up, whether that's your gas or your fuel or your depreciation of your vehicle, like, it's okay to try something else. This kind of work might not be for everybody. Don't stay in it too long to where it's hindering your mental or physical health or your pocketbooks. There are a lot of companies hiring. There's a lot of things out there you can do. You could try something for yourself. Don't just get stuck in a rat race if it's not working for you. If the apps are hitting and you keep doing well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you're still making money, stay out there and get your money. Do what you got to do. Take care of your mental health, you know. And like I always say, if you're in a room with anybody right now that is a loved one, a family, a friend, if you're listening on the earbuds and you're at your W2 or you're watching on the replay and you happen to watch all 58 minutes, almost an hour of this live, if you're in a room with somebody that you like or love, let them know that, please. I make it a point to tell people what they mean to me in a text or in person more and more often now, because I believe, like Cliff is saying, Cliff wants to be there for others because he knows what it feels like, right? Just try to be kind to people. Let them know that you love them. If you're I'm going to go upstairs in like 2 minutes, right? And Madison, we're going to watch a movie. We're going to relax. The kids asleep. I want to go up there and I want to tell her I love her and I'm going to give her a hug. And I've already done that a couple times today. I'm extremely grateful for the things that I have. I think a lot of us try to stay in that negative space of like, I don't have this. I'm not making money. I don't have this. What about this bill? Da, da, da. And those are things that are impacting our life on an everyday basis. But try to be grateful for what you have in front of you. I can't stress that enough. I'm not always great at it, but I try to at least start my day and end my day with something like that. I appreciate y'all. We're just at an hour. We'll keep it at here. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, if you haven't subscribed, consider doing it. Appreciate all my people out there. Y'all have a great night. I'll see you on the next live.